Morning, y'all. Happy birthday to me. I don't really get to celebrate birthdays anymore, so. Anyway, it's about a little after 7 a.m. It's probably about 7:30 now. I came back out to top off waters and throw out a little scratch, but we're doing a Sunday morning checkup on the rescue Cornish cross Cece. I mean, I peeked at her this morning when I opened up, and she seemed to be doing pretty good. When I came out, oh, she's up in this corner. When I first came out, she was in her little corner. I had moved her food dish over closer to her corner. But, oh, what's this? It's like something bit me. Anyway, I moved it back so she had to get out and walk around. It's going to get up to 80s today, maybe even up to 88. I don't want to go over 80. I don't want to go over 75, but I have no say in it. So I opened up both sides. It's still in the 50s this morning, a little cool. I see her little, what do they call it? Coccyx, or I can't remember the little name. There's an official name for the event, but I see it moving. So she's trying to go potty, or do her thing, I'm thinking. She's walking around just fine, as you can tell. She can reach that food dish, and she has a lower one. See, Laddie's up here, so I made a little nervous, but up here in this front corner is the first time I've seen her come up that far. Are you being sweet? Are you being sweet to our new friend? I know she looks like she's a big girl, but she's not. She's just a little girl. Yeah, when you were 8 weeks old, you weren't even half that size, probably. Yeah, I didn't pump you full of drugs and antibiotics and stuff. You weren't bred to be fat and edible. You're bred to be handsome and sassy, like you are. Yes, you're a beautiful Americana boy. So yeah, she's up and moving around, so I'm hoping that this fresh air, and there's gonna be a lot more sunshine. Yeah, are you talking to us, sister? So she still had, last night Paul was all worried because her breathing sounded weird. So I came out and put some Vet RX on her shoulders, under her wing, and a little bit on her beak, so that if she turned her head, she was going to be breathing in those vapors and the medicine from that. So she's doing great. Like I said, the other Cornish crosses he's picked up on the side of the road were so beaten up and mangled and injured, but she's doing good. She's not setting in her poop like the others did. I can see after a while her legs get a little tired, and I did notice that when she steps on something that's higher, her toes automatically don't kind of curl down around it. They kind of curl up a little bit, but that's of course because she's done nothing but stand in one spot and eat her whole life. But see, Laddie, you got a food dish of fresh food out here. That's hers. And I just poured you fresh water. He's like, yeah, but I gotta check this out. So, this is only a few hours. It'll be 48 hours since her ordeal. All right, mister. I know you're just being social, but let's try to pick Mr. Social Butterfly up. Come on. Come here. Come on. I don't want to leave you in here because I don't trust that you won't eventually. Sorry. That was me picking up Laddie. Peck at her. See, this has been his little apartment since into last summer. So now he's like, but this is my place, and there's food and water in there, and I want it. Look at your floppy britches here. Your pants are so pretty. He's like, stop it, that tickles. Was I tickling you? Don't jump on me. I just saw some gross poo-poo and shaving stuck to your foot. So anyhow, she's doing well. I think that's her place where she feels security. And I'm just out here in a light jacket, so it's not really that cold this morning. And if she feels a little chilled, she can go sit by the heater. But you can see that she's like, I'm out and about. Come on, sister, I want to see you drink and not aspirate. I don't know how much she drank, but her water has gone down, but you can never tell how much is evaporation. Look at those. You kind of got thick ankles. I know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. A woman shouldn't say that to another woman. So I don't know if when she's sitting like this, she's just relaxing. I'm hoping she's not in any pain. She doesn't seem to act like she's in any pain. She's like, I'm pretending I'm asleep. Maybe that two-legged otherless thing will go to sleep. So she looks a little like she's sleeping. Oops, sorry. And Laddie's, you gonna see her talk to her? You're gonna make friends and be sweet? He's so curious. I really don't think he would hurt her. I think he would probably try to mount her because she seems so much bigger than what you would think of a 7 or 8 week old chicken. But we know the sad story of the meat breeds. So I'm gonna come out today later. I'm gonna mow this short, and while it's a warm day, and once it's short, I'm gonna take her out and set her out on the grass. I don't know if she's ever experienced grass firsthand, other than what she landed in when she fell off that truck. So here's Laddie. Yeah, look at you, Mr. Handsome, with the sun shining on your pretty little rose comb. So yesterday, she was very upset with the fact that she couldn't come in here to lay her egg, and I never did find a flower's egg. I looked at all the places she normally lays, so she might have just withheld it. You know, she might have just said fine and just didn't lay. Not having her normal spot might have stressed her into not laying. So it's got quite the little poo thing down the bottom of the tree where they sleep right up there. Past couple nights they haven't slept side by side. They've been sleeping like one above the other. I don't know why. Yeah. Last night it got down to 38 or 40. I figured they would be side by side sleeping, but they weren't. So peek at the garden. Yeah, we've had these cold, really chilly, windy days all week. I mean, just horrible cold wind. And that normally didn't used to stop me, but it's weird as I've gotten older. I tend to get, whether it's winter or summer, air blowing directly into my ear. Gives me earache. It has to do with ear structure, whatever. But everything out here seems to be holding up the night. Hopefully Paul went and got some dirt today. I got up this morning and he had left. About 6:15 I heard him feeding the cats, and of course I was awake. I just was laying there because it was still pretty dark this morning and cloudy. I've covered this up and I continue to want to get in there. I can't wait till tomorrow when my fencing comes. So here is this one is called this tomato is the Early Girl Plus. This one is, I can't remember. Oh, that's the cherry tomato in the middle. And then this one here is the Heirloom Green Zebra. So everything's doing good. The little cucumbers are holding up. I'm only doing 3 this year. I only did 2 last year. And I had accidentally got the wrong seed. And so I had like pickling varieties. I wasn't quite happy about them. So this one is called a Sweet Success. Ugh. I'm not really worried about the tags, but I do like to remember where these 2 are burpless, so I should be able to remember that. And you come out here and get some more weeding done. But I want to be able to, when I dig out these holes, dig the clay out of it, to replace the clay in any holes I dig with the garden soil. That way, they got a good start. They're not, the little seed, the little roots on the little baby plants aren't trying to push through winter. So, sorry, I've been totally squirreling looking at this cat. Winter clay. Anyway, got my little fire. I haven't started it yet. I was gonna do it one of these nights, but it was been so windy. So like today it's gonna be really hot. Probably tonight will be a good night to have a fire. Probably won't be windy, but we'll see. I may just spend the day being lazy, as it is my birthday and it's my right. But then again, I might come out here and do stuff. But I don't like working in the heat, so we'll see. Yeah, I should be out. I know. Just preaching to the choir. I should be out here in this cool morning air doing stuff. Yeah, I should, but I'm not. I'm out here filming my chickens, hanging out in the shade. Sorry. Do you guys know something? Huh? Do you somehow know that it's going to be hot weather? I looked out the bathroom window a while ago and didn't see a sign of a single chicken. So I figured they were over in this corner, and I wanted to come back out and take another look at Cece once everything was nice and opened up. But I see some scratch over the fence here for Flower and Laddie. And the other crew's been over here flattening my nice pile of old straw. Glad I raked it all up in a nice pile, huh? Took the energy to do that. Like, we like it flat. They've even dug a little tunnel hole there under it in the bottom. Right there at that corner, so they can kind of, you know, shimmy under there is what you guys are doing. The way you kick stuff around, you're making your little post, you're making that side lean, but I can, blah, 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 blah. I can straighten it back out. So here's a big shade cloth. This one is a 12 footer. Right now, I've just got it folded in half. It's for the winter. And you can see that the bottom of their coop, where their floor rests, is about there. So that still needs to be ripped out. This is probably a good week to do it. Maybe today I'll get the energy to come out and, or the drive, or whatever it is I'm lacking, I'll come out and get the rest of that tarp off. I'm definitely going to pull the rest of the side of the tarp down. And tomorrow is probably going to be a better day, but I'll see how today is. Go in there and take down the walls inside. So in the summer, the shade cloth, I'll have it up in the mornings, down in the evenings. But under the shade cloth, if you're new here, is the straw, and there inside there is their coop. That little area, I've already taken down its piece of wall. So the walls inside the coop just all come off with one screw. Some have 2 screws. And then once I take the tarp off, it's going to be just all open air except for the shade cloth. And like in the mornings like this, I'll leave the shade cloth up. And in the evening, it just depends on which angle the sun's at and how the trees are doing. But I have a smaller shade cloth on the bottom. That one I will. So do I have 3? So yeah, I guess I got the 3x6 or the 3x8. I got the 8x12, and that might just be a 10x12. As years go by, I forget. But that one I just kind of hung there to stop any winter drafts from going under there. But so that'll all be open, as I've said a gazillion times, and I will. Where's my little chicken gone? Did she disappear? Oh, there she is. Hi. This is a little darker corner. Oh, I think she was over there in the corner so she could watch where I was going and what was going on. So today she definitely seems to be more moving around. I don't think she'll ever be able to hop up on those roofs, even though it's only probably 6 inches up to the top of that roost. Maybe 8, but that's her corner. And I'm going to just, leave her out here to it. Everyone's doing good. It's poultry protection cat holding down the water hose, and they've all got fresh water and doing good. So yeah, I got a lot I got to do, and you'd think today would be the one day I was going to do it all or think about doing it. But I don't work that way. My brain is kind of like runs around like that hyper chihuahua can't find its toy. I'm just like looking around, looking everywhere, easily distracted. But yeah, everyone's having some snacks and some morning chill time, even though they just came out of the coop an hour ago. Lovelies. All right. Kaos I did have a nice pile where I gathered up all these spruce cones from the Norwegian spruce, which has been flattened down because I didn't get my pile out of the way fast enough. Story of my life. But you can tell the spruce cones are making new cones. All those little green dots will be new spruce cones. I love this Norwegian spruce. It's great for shade, except for it being sticky and the little branches can break off. It's actually probably a good little fortress for the chickens sleeping, because they sleep right right there, where you see beside that lighter spot there on the tree. They sleep on those 2 branches, which are maybe just a few inches apart, but right there in the center. Right there is where they're sleeping. So, you know, you can see the tangle of these branches. Nothing's going to hop down from high and get them. And unless they're a professional climbing, like a squirrel, that's probably 12, 14 feet up there. They would have to really, really be good climbers. The chickens jump up on top of the little coop, then they jump up on top of the coop. They walk that big 2 by, I think it's a 2 by 8 by 12 up there. I forget I have it up there. It's not a good place to store stuff out of my sight. And I think up top I've got some logs up there I need to throw in the fire. But so the chickens step their way up there and get up in the tree. And Laddie will fly down from the highest spot, but I have noticed, you know, this is where they want to sleep, right here on those 2, 3, that little grouping. And then Flower, she'll walk down these skinnier limbs and then hop onto the roof and hop down. But from their spots, I can't hop on. And if they landed on top of here, it's flat up there. If they landed on the side, they're just going to slide down and land in poofy cushiness, so they're all fine. I don't know what this hubbub over here is, unless Flower, she might be looking for another place to lay her egg. I'm going to try to come out today and spy on her. I don't know why she wouldn't pick her normal spots. It's a little early for her egg laying, but she didn't lay yesterday, so who knows what she's going to lay today. I kind of walked around yesterday around the house looking for any spots she might have laid, but she doesn't typically go to this side of the house, to the western side of the house. That was more a marigold thing. So who knows, but they're fine either way. They got free range. I just don't want her laying eggs out in a weird part of the yard, attracting egg-eating creatures. I wouldn't mind, you know, I don't mind possums. Possums are not aggressive. They may seem aggressive to people. They may hiss, but typically they're going to play dead or run away. Yes, a possum will steal your eggs. Yes, a possum will snatch a baby chick, but a possum is not going to attack a full-grown chicken. It's nothing to make up. It's not how they roll. Now, if a raccoon has attacked a chicken, there's a bloody chicken carcass, people might come out and see a possum eating it and think, oh, possum killed my chicken. Well, typically possums are scavengers. They're not hunters, unless you're a grub or maybe a little garter snake, you know, some little tiny critter in the grass the size of a chick. Possum's not going to go after you, but they will go behind raccoons and eat what raccoons leave. But I only have the one and I haven't seen it in a while, so we're like, this is yummy. Yeah, it's the same flavor in the other part of the yard, but it just tastes fresher over here. No lights hitting it yet, so it's still damp with the morning dew. I love how he sticks with her. I mean, I do find them separated quite often, but for the most part, you know, he might separate from her and go have a snack. Look, now he's just gonna sit down there. I don't know what he's doing. He was like, I slept on my feet last night. I just want to sit down. So up here, you can see a little glass bowl between them, and that's where I feed Nomad away from the other barrels. Looks like I got a couple more roses blooming. I see some little red, some blooms there. I recorded the other day of just my first rose bloom. It's still here. So, yep. Looks like we got a bunch of roses fixing to open up and say good morning. Alright, well, I'm going to stop rambling to go in and maybe have a little breakfast, watch a video to relax, and then make a plan of what I plan on doing today. Can't mow anything until this area is dried. I'm not going to put that brand new push mower. This is a little tall in places, but it's just where birdseed sprouted, so I think it'll be fine. I may have to mow it at the highest setting and then come back over it, but I just don't want it to be bogged down with wet. And it does have a little grass catcher, so I might catch the grass that I cut in here and then just dump it over the fence into the regular yard and let those guys scratch through it and play. That way that this yard just isn't inundated with a bunch of tall grass. I know, I'm just so fascinated with what she's doing. It looked like she was standing there by her water with her eyes closed. She seems to be falling asleep. It just makes me watch, because a lot of times when a chicken will stand that way with her head down and their eyes closed, sometimes it's a sign that they're in pain or uncomfortable, but I don't think she is. I think she's just wandering around. She's probably never in her life had that much space. It's taken her 2 days to start to get comfortable enough to really come out and wander around. Because, you know, she was probably kept in a little, somewhere where she was either just packed in with other birds or in a very small confined area. Now she's got about 12 to 15 square feet all her own. So we're gonna leave her in there. Hopefully she's just keeping warm. I took my jacket off because I'm in the sun, but all right, Chaos. Keep me posted if anything goes on with little Cece, okay? He's like, I'm trying to nap. Would you go away and stop your ramblings? Love you too, Boot. Yep, love you too. Bye.